Today we're taking a look at the Brooklyn Nets vs Los Angeles Lakers match, which is happening on Saturday, April 10, 2021 at 8:30 p.m., and giving you my betting tips and predictions in general on this game. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. This game doesn't have the cash that it should have with Anthony Davis and LeBron James on the shelf, but it could be a sneak preview of the NBA Finals as the Nets host the Lakers on Saturday. The Nets lead the Eastern Conference at 36-16 while the Lakers are 32-20, fifth in the Western Conference. The Nets beat the Lakers 109-96 on February 18th in Los Angeles. Brooklyn is favored here as the Lakers face a tall order. This will be their 93rd regular season game. Los Angeles Lakers are by far the better side in head-to-head clashes, having won 65 games, while the Nets have managed to triumph in 27 matches so far. The last time they clashed was on February 18, 2021, and it ended in a 109-98 win for the Nets. It promises to be a more exciting clash as they meet for the second time in the 2020-21 NBA season. Brooklyn Nets have so far grabbed 36 triumphs and 16 defeats so far in 52 matches. On the other side, in the 52 games they have played, Los Angeles Lakers have managed 32 wins and 20 losses so far. The Nets are currently sitting in the first position of the Eastern Conference table with a win percentage of 0.692, while the Lakers are placed also in fifth in the Western Conference table with a win percentage of 0.615. These opponents have a history of previous encounters, as their first one dates back to November 21, 1976, and it ended in a 96-91 win for the then New York side. The Lakers are in the middle of a brutal road trip and they have done okay, going 2-2 thus far. This is without Davis and James, of course. They are coming off a 110-104 loss to resurgent Miami on Thursday. The Lakers are offensively challenged without their stars, but they still play good defense. In the loss to the Heat, they shot 44% and got some offense from an unexpected place. The Los Angeles Lakers look for a win after splitting their last 8 games. The Los Angeles Lakers are averaging 109.9 points on 47.6% shooting and allowing 105.8 points on 45.4% shooting. LeBron James is averaging 25.4 points and 7.9 rebounds, while Anthony Davis is averaging 22.5 points and 3 assists. Dennis Schroeder is the third double-digit scorer and Montrezl Harrell is grabbing 6.7 rebounds. The Los Angeles Lakers are shooting 35.3% from beyond the arc and 74.4% from the free throw line. The Los Angeles Lakers are allowing 35% shooting from deep and are grabbing 45.1 rebounds per game. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope poured in 28 points to lead the Lakers. He drained 6 three-pointers. Andre Drummond actually played and had a nice game with 15 points and 12 rebounds. It's a happy day in Brooklyn as Kevin Durant is finally back in the lineup. Durant made his triumphant return to the team on Wednesday after missing months to an injury. In the Nets' 139-111 win over the Pelicans on Wednesday, Durant had 17 points, 7 rebounds and 5 assists in 18 minutes. The Brooklyn Nets have been on a tear lately as they've won 6 of their past 7 games and they will be looking to stay hot after blowing past the Pelicans in a 139-111 home win on Wednesday. Kyrie Irving led the team with 24 points and 6 assists. LaMarcus Aldridge added 22 points on 8 of 12 shooting, while Kevin Durant chipped in with 17 points, 7 rebounds and 5 assists in just 19 minutes off the bench. As a team, the Nets shot a healthy 55% from the field and 19 of 41 from the three-point line as they exploded for 43 points in the second quarter and another 36 points in the third quarter to lead by as many as 38 points before resting starters in the fourth quarter. Kyrie Irving led the Nets with 24 points on 4 three-pointers with 6 assists, while LaMarcus Aldridge added 22 points. Joe Harris added 14 points while Chris Chiozza chipped in with 12 points. The win improved the Nets' record to 36-16, which leads the Eastern Conference. The Nets played once again without James Harden with his hamstring injury. He is expected to be out until mid-April, so even though Durant is back, we won't see the big three playing together or another week or so. So here are my betting suggestions for that game. The Brooklyn Nets finally have Kevin Durant back and he looked really good in his 18 minutes on the floor. The Nets will bring him along slowly, but expect him to play 20 to 25 minutes on Saturday. They won't need him to beat the Lakers at home on Saturday, but Durant needs to get as much work in as possible. The Lakers are just a shell of themselves without James and Davis. The Lakers are 0-4 ATS in their last 4 Saturday games. The Nets are 2-6 ATS in their last 8 home games and 2-6 ATS in their last 8 games overall. The under is 9-3 in Lakers' last 12 overall. The under is 7-3 in Nets' last 10 overall. The Lakers are 11-3-2 ATS in the last 16 meetings in Brooklyn and 1-4 ATS in the last 5 meetings. The Los Angeles Lakers are averaging just 102.4 points on 44.2% shooting in their last 5 games, numbers that are drastically lower than their season totals. The Brooklyn Nets are getting healthier than they've been in a while, and are winning their last 5 games by an average of 11.2 points while shooting 49.3% from the field. The Brooklyn Nets look for a win after winning 8 of their last 10 games. The Brooklyn Nets are averaging 119 points on 49.4% shooting and allowing 114.2 points on 46.2% shooting. Kevin Durant is averaging 28.4 points and 5.3 assists, while Kyrie Irving is averaging 27.9 points and 4.9 rebounds. James Harden is the third double-digit scorer and Joe Harris is dishing 1.8 assists. The Brooklyn Nets are shooting 39.3% from beyond the arc and 80% from the free throw line. The Brooklyn Nets are allowing 36.3% shooting from deep and are grabbing 44.3 rebounds per game. My betting advice for that game is to pick Brooklyn Nets minus 12.5. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.